Yo, it's your boy Casual Rail with The Silent A podcast. And man, we're back with another one and a quick one at that. Yo, hit that like button, helps us get eyes on the show. And more importantly, continue to subscribe. We really appreciate that love. And for this, let's get straight into it. Mr. Moses Itauma is ready to knock out the likes of Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Rumored to be August 16th, 2025, or just sometime in August 2025, maybe later this fall. These two men to get this scrap going, right? This is a nice step up for Mr. Moses Itauma. And I think it is a better option than what we had in our poll. You know, rumor had it, Mr. Martin Bakole and Mr. Moses were going to get it on this fall. Our personal opinion, I thought that was a little bit too early for the young future champion, future top contender to step into with the likes of Mr. Martin Bakole. But he was an option. We also threw out F.A. Ajagba. We threw out Dave Allen. We also threw out the likes of Jared Big Baby Anderson. Another good step up for him and in contender status. Two top prospects moving up. Two young warriors. Two young fighters. But Dillian Whyte, kind of left field because it was rumored Dillian maybe get it on with Joseph Parker. But I like this move. I like this move for Moses. For Dillian, it's bad news. And it ain't gonna look too good. No disrespect, but I expect Mr. Moses Itauma to walk this through in under 6-7 rounds. Again, no disrespect. Reason why? Dillian's been inactive, notoriously sluggish, out of shape, cardio's low. Nothing's gotten better over the last 2 years or so. And he just pulled out with another injury, right? When he was supposed to take on the likes of Joe Joyce. I think Moses will get to see some different things. He'll see some different challenges, right? Dillian's been in there with the likes of Anthony A.J. Joshua, Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora. He's seen some good styles. He's got some good experience, veteran pedigree. He was a former top contender. And I think he's got some tricks in his bag, the older veteran there. He'll show some different angles to the likes of Mr. Moses, which will, I think, get him some early movement in rounds 1 through 2, maybe even through the third round. But as a young, that young man, that young warrior, that young champion starts to see what's going on and absorb the data, download and adjust his game plan, he'll start picking apart Mr. Dillian Whyte. And more importantly, the youth, the age, the cardio. I mean, it's going to play a big factor here. But more importantly, most of the time was smart and patient. He'll break his opponent down, look at what he needs to do. He's not just going to rush to try to get a knockout. I really like how he's moving. And it's all about trajectory, right? Moses is headed up, being active, taking the right fights at the right time, not rushing, but at the same time, not moving too slow. Dillian can't stay out of trouble. Fell in drug test after drug test. Getting injured. Can't stay active enough. It's a recipe for disaster. Now, that doesn't mean Dillian can't win this fight. It's just going to be tough and it's going to be hard and it's a bad situation for him. But it could be a good situation to get his name back in there if he shows a good, a good fight, bring something to Mr. Moses that he hasn't seen, maybe even get a drop in there. He does have power, meaning Dillian can put down Moses and vice versa, obviously. But it's a tough challenge for Dillian. And this might be his last fight. Definitely probably one of his last big fights that he can get. But I really think it's a proper step up and a proper test to see where Moses truly is. Is he the goods? Is he the man? It's going to show mentally, can he adjust his game? Mentally, can he go in there with somebody that's been in the top contender status, yet at the same time, current date, current time frame, Dillian's about 20% better than some of the guys that he's fought recently. Again, no disrespect. It's really just where Dillian is in his current career. Can the body snatcher be the body snatcher again and show some movement and show his obviously body work, show his power, show that he has a decent chin, although he's very susceptible to an uppercut. And I believe that if Moses watch any kind of tape, he'll implement that and get him up out of there. What can happen here to challenge this young heavyweight and at the same time rebuild the image of a veteran heavyweight? That's really the position that we're in, and that's what makes this fight, very interesting. And we will be tuned in once it gets signed, sealed, delivered. I do believe Moses is ready for this kind of fight. I think this is a perfect timing for him. And then after he gets through Dillian, then I would maybe like to see him with the likes of maybe a Martin Bakole or F.A. Ajagba. I believe those two right there got business they need to handle, get their rematch done, and then maybe Moses step in and take on that winner. Or maybe take on the likes of Filip Hrgović after getting in there with Dillian Whyte. Now, again, that could be too much of a quick step up as well. Maybe take on Jared Anderson prior to those fights. But looking at how he's been looking at how he's moving, obviously he's got the goods and the physique, power's clearly there. I just want to make sure his mental fortitude is truly as good as it appears to be, and that if he suffers some adversity, he doesn't throw all that out the window. But either way, I like where it's going. I think that's a good move. I think we need to push for that to make sure it gets done. It might be already done. We've been moving around and traveling, so some of these coming in a little late. But if it is signed, sealed, delivered, we locked in. If it's not, let's still push for it. Moses Itauma, Dillian Whyte, let's get that going. Talked a little bit too long on this, man. It's your boy Cash Rep with Sign A Podcast. Hit that like button, comment below, and as always, subscribe. We appreciate that love. Until the next time. Peace.